that people don't even think about that helps you build confidence. We all worry about being certified. We all worry about having that job title. Child, I don't care what job title you give me, as long as that pay is right. And that took me a while to get there because I used to be concerned about job titles. I used to be concerned about being certified. Hey y'all, this is Tamika, the face behind Heyyy HR, and I've been working in HR for the last 11 years. I started as an HR assistant, worked my way up to an HR director, and now I'm happily sitting as a global HR business partner. I am just in love with HR. I can't even say I'm in love with it. It just comes natural for me. I won't say I'm in love with it. It's just my thing. I noticed throughout my career, I didn't have a ton of help. I felt like I was in an odd place. I felt like a lot of it was not necessarily educational, but it was more experience. It was culture driven, where I had tons of challenges. I started my career and got more and more comfortable with it. And so now I'm here trying to assist anyone else. So this video, I'm going to tell you all about how I increase my confidence in HR to get to a place where I'm okay guiding other folks. Even if I wasn't guiding other folks, even long before I started Heyyy HR, I had built up this confidence doing several different things. The first thing that helped me build my confidence, because I have a list of 3, this isn't even one of them, but this is the absolute foundation of it all. If I didn't have just a passion for HR, it wasn't that I wanted to help people, it wasn't that I want to make sure to be a voice for the people, it was that I loved what I did. I loved what HR was. I loved that HR was a neutral party for both sides. I loved that I needed to learn business with HR, not just HR, but if I knew how to business work, it worked really well. Growing that passion and having that passion just makes it easy. It makes it intriguing. It makes me want to learn more. It makes me want to try new things. So the absolute first thing that helped my confidence really was just having a passion for it, not just it being a job, but something that I admired doing. Now let me get into the real 3 things that helped me build my confidence. The absolute first thing for me was just getting professional development, just learning more, using different resources to learn more. Back in the day, there wasn't as many different software and technology, and the online was good, but it wasn't how it is now, that you can find so many different options that are not only just created or brand new created, but still creating. And so for me, I just went into Google and started looking at what does FMLA need? What does benefits mean? Instead of just giving the employees the 1-800 number to call about their benefits, I would call the 1-800 number with them or for them. I Googled different courses along the way. I haven't taken any of Google's courses yet, but I've taken several different courses, and it didn't have to be from one place. I just kind of sampled around in different places. LinkedIn courses are amazing. I think that they help you far beyond just HR. Courses in general are really, really good. And so many courses are brand new because back in my time, I went in person for things. So I took advantage of different trainings, trying something new. We got the thing now where we be like, yeah, that ain't on my job description. Child, I didn't care if it was or not. I did it to learn it. I did that enough so that I can get to the point where I can say, that ain't on my job description. But in the beginning, child, I did any and everything I could do to learn HR. There's some amazing resources that's coming out, and one that's my absolute first, and that I say my first because they were the first to open my mind up, oh my God, there are other resources out here. And it was HRCP. So HRCP not only helps you prepare for any of the HRCI or SHRM certifications, but it also helps you stay recertified, right? So once you get certified, you don't stop there. You still need to make sure to get your 60 credits every 3 years. And so it helps you with staying recertified, but it also gives micro credentials where you can get little badges, you can put them on your resume. It's in different parts of HR. And so I really like HRCP. If you're interested in HRCP, then definitely click the link down below. Another thing I like is that Coursera and Udemy are coming up with great courses too. Definitely dive into those. They aren't necessarily HR specific, but definitely help you with confidence, with business. How does business operate? When you learn some of those things, it really helps you understand how to tie in different initiatives for HR. And then another thing is I've just attended so many conferences that really helped build my confidence too, because I realized I wasn't the only one that didn't know stuff. I attended several different South Carolina conferences, so municipal association conferences, state conferences. I think my absolute best conference was attending the National SHRM Conference. If you eat and breathe HR, then you're just in heaven. 22,000 participants in 2019 when I went to Vegas. And I think that I can't even keep up with how many vendors they had. It was phenomenal. I had just loved it. But it definitely helped me get my confidence because I realized that these people aren't coming up with these topics because they just want to come up with them. They're coming up with them because it's topics where people don't know information. You hear other people ask questions and you're like, so I'm not the only one who don't know this. You know, so that really helped me build my confidence. Then the second thing that helped me build my confidence in human resources was just looking the part. Like, I made sure that my appearance was not what other people expected, but what I was comfortable with. Oh, so many times HR is the person that's managing that handbook or making sure people stay in alignment with it, right? And if it talked about attire, I would read that attire and make sure that I stayed within that attire. I also put on what I like. I used to always feel like I had to just put on like the basics, regular stuff. And I had a girlfriend of mine and she loved shopping and I go out with her and I'm like, I kind of like that. And I started dabbling around in different things. I started liking clothes for clothes and then just making it work for work. It got so comfortable that even on dress down days, another job I had, we used to have Fridays as dress down days. And my coworker, she was like, girl, you don't even be dressed down for dress down days. Like, you have on jeans and that's it. Like, I put on what was comfortable for me. It doesn't have to be work attire. It doesn't have to be a blazer. It doesn't have to be a button down shirt. It doesn't have to be like heels every day. Just make it comfortable for you. The more I am me, the better I think of like ideas, the more I can generate fresh new ideas, pivot really easy. You know, I started wearing makeup and just, instead of just wearing makeup, I was very cautious about my skincare. I didn't want to like clog my pores and not care about how my skin was. But wearing makeup, it was something I enjoyed on the weekends. I was like, let me try it for work. And I mean, I feel like people received me differently, which, you know, anybody can say whatever they like, but I feel like when you don't even need eyeshadow or blush or all that stuff, I just feel like when you have a clean look, it takes away people's distractions. Like, pay attention to what the hell I'm telling you. Don't pay attention to my hyperpigmentation or whatever else people may have. Another thing was I started working on just having like healthy hair. And I had been working on that for quite some time, got it super healthy, and then damaged my hair. I let it transition too long, and then I went to shampoo it all at once and just made a whole mess. So now I'm kind of back on that journey. But that's my confidence, right? So I know that if anything should happen any day, like, I'm comfortable with the wig on or the wig off. I'm comfortable with the weave in or the weave out. I'm comfortable with the makeup on or the makeup off. I'm comfortable with the clothes or without the clothes. Like, it was just like me being comfortable with me, like me being healthy in every way that I can. And that really, really helped me with my confidence, because now I'm not distracted on the fact that I may have hyperpigmentation. And so those distractions away just made me boost my confidence. I'm still working on this next one, right? I'm still working on this next one, but working on speaking more clearly. Like, a lot of times I'll get people that put stuff in the comments that say, slow down, or you're talking too fast, or which island are you from, or are you from New Orleans? Like, I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. One of our slangs is Geechee. And so it's not something we speak every day, but when we get with family and friends, like, our English is just broken English. It's just broken English, like a lot of other languages. I got comfortable with parts where I just couldn't think through that broken language, and I would just start talking about the different things that came to mind. Because most times the first thing that comes to my mind are like really Southern slangs or sayings that my grandmother or my mother would say. People started liking it. Like, I can't tell you how many times over the years people would be like giving me compliments or say, you need to write a book of all the sayings your grandmother and your mother would say. I mean, there's just so many different sayings, because now it started to make sense to me as I got older, particularly in the workplace. And I used to get so flustered on what I had to say and trying to think of like the appropriate way to say it. I just stopped doing that. And I'd be like, girl, like my grandmother say every time. Or I even say this like CEO in leadership meetings. Didn't matter. I'd be like, well, like my grandmother used to say. And it just made me more comfortable. It made people see a layer of me. It made the conversation a little bit light if it got really stiff in there. And it helped me build my confidence in my career, y'all. It's the things that people don't even think about that helps you build confidence. We all worry about being certified. We all worry about having that job title. Child, I don't care what job title you give me, as long as that pay is right. And that took me a while to get there, because I used to be concerned about job titles. I used to be concerned about being certified. And even before I became certified, I was like, whatever, when I get certified is when I get certified. I failed in 2015. I took 2 years before I went back and take it again in 2017. I was like, F it. Before, you could not tell me I didn't need to be certified last week, last month. And when I realized, like, girl, you still know what you know. This certification, this exam doesn't make you. It made me absorb more information. It made me get more comfortable with studying it. It made me pass because I just got more confidence in myself. I'll say the very last thing that really helped me build my confidence. And I'm sorry, guys, if I don't have anything tangible to give you, but I'm telling you truly not only what I see work for me, but so many others. You get through just that knowledge base and knowing that those resources you can use, you get comfortable with just how you feel that you present yourself. And lastly, the last thing is that I got comfortable with improving the inner me. Like, I wanted to feel good inside. I noticed I felt amazing outside, but I want to feel good inside too. So if you get comfortable with those three things, I promise you your confidence, your work, your experience, your paycheck is going to increase. I'm just telling you. So I got comfortable with the inner me, and I just really worked on a lot of counseling. I started in 2017, took like a break, felt like, oh, it's too much. It costs too much. It takes too much of my mind away. It's bringing up stuff I don't want to think about. But 2020, I dived in and I couldn't be happier. I talk about my counselor all the time, so I'll plug in some pictures here. I'll definitely put the link to her below. You can get her virtual as well. You don't have to go into the office for her. I learned what I liked doing and what I didn't like doing in my personal space and my business space. So for work, I know what I like doing and what I don't like doing. For home, I know what I like doing and what I don't like doing. And that helped me get more confidence in my work and in my personal life. It was a balance. I had to learn that, like, no, Mika, you can't keep working 7 days a week. You're really neglecting your child. You really should focus on her game when you're at her game. You really should just talk to her and not be typing at the same time. The same thing with work. No, it's 5 o'clock. I'm out the door. Even if I didn't have anything to do, even if my daughter didn't have a game, even if my daughter was at work, like whatever it was, I realized like this is my me time and I want to balance. Y'all, another thing I did and still do, because I didn't realize how much I had racked up, is that I cleaned up my friends list. Like, I cleaned it up on social media, I cleaned it up in real life. And that helped me a lot. If you're not here to support me, don't be here. And supporting me isn't always telling me I'm right. Supporting is telling me when I'm wrong. Supporting is showing up in my weak times. Supporting is not gaslighting me. Supporting is not making me feel like an idiot, just at your leisure. Even if you don't believe in my dreams, supporting my dreams. Even if you don't believe in what I'm saying, like, let's have a healthy conversation on why I should think differently. My cousin is amazing. I love him. I talk about him all the time. But he does this really good thing of, like, every time we talk about something, he always plays devil's advocate. And it just helps me be a better me. It's so funny because sometimes when we agree, he'll be like, okay, cool. I want to make sure we were right. When I go through and I give a good reasoning onto, like, my opinion, he would say, oh, I never thought about it that way. That's why I had to ask you about that. That's a good idea. I don't agree, but I get what you're saying. You know, like, that's just what I want in my life. I just clean up my friends list. You know, I found myself spending less time with others and just more time with me. Like, instead of always trying to hang because somebody want to hang out, they want to go to brunch, like, whatever it is that they wanted to do, I would do it sometimes, but I started spending time where I just ignored my phone. I started reading more. I went on Pinterest and I started like looking at things that I wanted to know more. And that helped me because I didn't have to worry about the likes. I didn't have to worry about the DMs. I wouldn't pay attention to IG, Facebook. Instagram has never been a big problem for me, but Facebook more so than anything else. Like, I just spent more time learning me, getting comfortable with me. Journaling has been a huge, huge thing. I didn't bring my Makselife in with me, and I was just looking for it because it's in the house. I'm in the shed, obviously. I absolutely love Makselife because I tried the first year of using Makselife and it didn't work out for me. So I started with this one of the flagship ones, and I thought like, oh, okay, this will work. I did a video on like how I organize my life, but it was too much for me at the time. It didn't work out until this year, 2023. I took out the dailies and I just went on just goal setting and I just focused on my goals, and that has been huge for me. So I got another one for this year that I'm gonna use because I didn't use it just to set goals. I use it for journaling. I got like a little printer that I can print off and I put pictures in, and it's really, really helpful. So y'all want me to share that? I might share that, but that's my personal life now. I can't be giving y'all all up in my personal life, child. So those are the 3 things that really, really helped me boost my confidence in HR. And I hope that this helps you in some way, because I know sometimes we get so distracted by all the noise in our head, by imposter syndrome, that we don't realize just how much value we have, and that really dampens our confidence a lot of times too. So if you are here for the very first time, I hope that you found value in this video and that you decide to subscribe. If you are returning, I hope we're in a good place. This video made me a happy person. This is a happy video. A lot of self-reflection is helpful at all times, and I want you to do the same. And I want you to know that it was you who went out here and found Heyyy HR, so that you can be in a better place. Don't let nobody take your confidence. You got this. I promise you. I cannot wait to see you on the next video.